can see you.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to AGI Inception. Today we have Florian here. Hi Florian, how are you?
Hey Rupesh, I'm excellent. And how are you?
All well, all well. I hope everything's fine in Germany and we hope everyone stays safe. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, I'm Florian. I'm president of Dynamic AI 56, as well as one of the founding guys of the company. And I'm working in AI for about 6 years.
Good, good. What made you get into AI?
A mistake, to be honest.
No.
I started my first company in July 2014 when the World Championships in football started, and first baby was coming with my wife, and I had this need to become an entrepreneur, and I thought, yeah, I have to start, but not knowing what really I should do, and uh, it took me 1 year to come to the point I have to start with AI because AI is the future of software, and it was a very hard and painful way to go, especially the first 2 years, yeah, before the whole
Wow.
AI hype started in 2016 when Elon Musk said, "Yeah, AI is the new hot thing," and that stuff. Already was working on this for about 2 years.
Why would you choose that word?
Because we should have never developed the AGI or AI what we have now according to the current rules of deep learning. You know.
Wow. What that I actually very few people understand that concept that you just said. And people don't understand the history of deep learning. Maybe you can help us explain how you got to your word.
The thing is, most AI products, what we know today, are based on the deep learning approach. I think all the guys know this UK company, which was bought by Google, I think a couple of years ago,
DeepMind, yeah.
and DeepMind, and they worked pretty hard with deep learning. And deep learning, you have, I think, 100 approaches, like ANN, LNN, CNN, and I don't know what else.
Mhm.
And all of these approaches are pretty well in their category, but they all have their trade-offs. And when we talk about the concept of AGI, I think it's important to understand that the world as we know it, and if we come to this point to AGI, is multidimensional. So it's not just a two-dimensional world where we say A and B. It is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yeah, and so on. And it gets more complex when we go into this, especially language. And we figured out, I think, after 1 year, for startup deep learning, we need at least 1,000 data points for one category.
Mm-hmm.
And as a startup, you don't have data. And where you also can start self-learning. And when we start about self-learning, we are back to the point of self-conscious and
Yeah.
AGI, because you have to self-learn as an AI or AGI to get better, to improve yourself.
Wow. You know something? I wish we would have had this conversation over 25 years ago, because when people were laughing at what I was saying, just yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday, Rupesh and I were talking that there is this new microchip that instead of works on zeros and one binary, works on, you have still has 0 and 1, but you have a spectrum, 0.0001. So what is happening, and it just came out right now, is a part of the nanotechnology. What is happening is like in genetics, that you have multiple connections that are the difference cannot be described as 0 or 1. It needs to be described as 0.0001 or something. And now there is a sensor. There is an actually microchip sensor that works that way. And I think it's going to revolutionize because of the way that you're thinking. And you probably have been thinking that for some years, you and your company. And I think you're going to be the beneficiary because you have already have the methodology, the process, the thinking, the thought process that is not just binary. It's not just zeros and one. And for that, if I have my hand, I'll tip it off to you because it took you a lot less to get to that point that it took me years to get to that point. So I tip my hat off to you.
Yeah, but we have a huge advantage. We had huge developments in the last 10 years regarding servers, I mean chips, as you mentioned.
Basically, what our guest in here is saying is that there is a way to analyze your data, because that's ultimately what you're doing. You're analyzing your data that is more efficient. And the genetic algorithm, which as a matter of fact, I think the first time I wrote about it could have easily been one of the first papers 27 years ago. The importance of the genetic algorithm is that it makes certain assumptions. And the assumptions is that the main assumption, although it doesn't say like that, is that those who are able to adapt have a higher probability of surviving.
It's kind of that. I mean, you can go for a technical deep dive with Roman because he built it. But most important, I think, and to keep it simple, it is a code that produces other code. That means Roman is using all other deep learning approaches, and you can compare this with Google because Google researchers used and combined two different deep learning approaches last year. Roman is using all of them as he needs them. So,
no, because that's, I want to tell you, I use computer vision, object recognition, different sensors, variations. It's the same concept. And you know something? You are the first person that I know that it uses a multidisciplinary approach, because understand that the world is three-dimensional. I used to tell people, you give them a sphere 20 years ago. I gave them literally a sphere in three-dimensional and showed them that you could have a point of data in one place and they could be millions of points of data hiding beside that point. And that's the importance of using a multi-approach so that you can see the entire universe. Wow.
It is a beautiful solution from a beautiful mind. And it really helps companies. It saves a lot of money. If you look today's technology, if there's an iPhone 12 and there's a bot in place, some guys called NLP guys have to update the data, and it takes weeks. The system is learning by itself, as shown. And no matter what it is, if it's COVID-19, if it's the new iPhone 12 features, or if it's just gaming for yourself, it can learn. And it only needs 3 to 4.
From chaos to bring order to the universe. This is a truly universal vision in terms of that everybody, regardless of where you are, regardless where your universe is, you can relate to it. And I don't think that there will be a better way but to finish with chaos and bringing to order to the universe, to that chaos. That's his vision. That's his AI. And you know something? Thank you. I think more people should think that way. and I leave it now with Rupesh.
I say thank you to Alberto for this really great talk, and to you, Rupesh, giving me opportunity to speak here. It was really a pleasure, and I hope I see you guys in, I don't know, 1 to 3 to 5 years from now.
Thank you so much, Flo.
No,
It was
we
great
hope
to have you on the
soon. We hope sooner than that. As a matter of fact, we have a project that I think I'm going to talk to you offline at Rupesh, because I have a feeling that that may be something that you're interested in. And I'm telling all my clients, all my friends and associates that there in Germany, there is somebody who actually, in my personal opinion, really gets it. And when you're gonna do your investments in AI, make sure you look at this company. Thank you. Thank you very much.